Howdy and welcome to this instructional video on how to set up a welcome bar in your Shopify store. Firstly, we're just going to quickly cover why you'd want to install a welcome bar, and then we'll go into the steps and I'll show you how easy it is. In fact, you can get this set up within about 5 minutes, and it's definitely something worthwhile doing. So what is a welcome bar and why would you want to use it? Well, as you can see, when we hit the, this is a test store that we use. As you hit the home page, you can see it. Yeah, it looks nice, it looks great, a lot of white space, but functionally and from a marketing perspective, we don't have a way for the visitors to put their hand up and say, hey, we're interested, and be able to contact them. So what we want to do is have a nice, fast, easy way for them to swap their contact details, and to make it even better, to amplify this even further, you put a great offer in there. So generally speaking, you put X amount of dollars off. A lot of stores do this and say, I'll give you 5% off, 10% off, even up to 15% off. If you have the margins to look at it, we cover this in the Browsers to Buyers Toolkit. If you can create an irresistible offer, so if you look at in the Browser Buyers Toolkit, which we suggest you download, there's a link just below this video. We talk about how to craft an offer that will be very irresistible. So you could go up to 80% off, 90% off sometimes on the first order, which is a massive discount. People would definitely be signing up whenever they came in. And then once you've got their contact details, obviously you can then follow up with them until they make a sale, and then be able to continually follow them up until they've made multiple sales. So the welcome bar is just very simple, and like I said, it takes about 5 minutes to install. It'll put a bar at the top of the store and just says, hey, get this great offer. To get this great offer, just enter your email address here. Alright, so let's have a look at the steps, and then we'll see what this looks like at the end. So I'm in the Shopify App Store. We're going to use a tool called MailMunch. Now this tool will connect to a lot of the main email providers and allow you to do follow-ups. So we generally say, if you're just starting out, or if you need to take those first few steps, let's start with something like MailChimp. MailChimp is just so easy to use and will give you all the functionality you need. As we get into the later stages of growing a business, we'll look at more complex mail systems, but there's no need to start with that. To get things set up in 5 minutes and whatever else, we just use the simple tools like MailChimp. And MailMunch is a simple tool for us to use. So I'm just going to install this in the store. So I'm just going to click on the MailMunch app and then add an app. Okay, so we've come into the Shopify admin. We're going to hit the install app. So that brings us into the MailMunch app now that we've installed the app. So we're going to choose a top bar. So this is a bar that sits at the top. This is very easy setup, this is. So we're going to choose the theme. I'm going to create a form. Let's call it welcome bar. Create form. Alright, so now again, this is where we add our offer. So if you don't have an offer created yet, I suggest you download the Browsers to Buyers Toolkit. Button is just below, and you can craft your irresistible offer based on some of the information we give you there. So I'm going to say here, join the Fred Club and get $50 off your next order. And then the thank you is just what pops up after they've entered the details. So I'm just going to say thank you for joining the Fred Club. There we go. Alright, so you can change the color if you like, and you've got some premium options here. You could upgrade to the premium app if you really wanted to, but there's no need to. You can do it all for free. So we just hit save and continue. We just leave the email address. We can change the button to be join now to give it a bit more action. And no need to add any more fields. You'll capture more of their details when they become customers. So we hit save and continue. We're going to change a couple of behavior items here. So we just want to make sure it's at the top of the page. Closing the bar, yes, we want them to be able to close it. I normally set that to 3 days just so they're not getting annoyed. The last option is down here to just make sure the hide from users already subscribed for obvious reasons. Alright, so we just hit next and then integrate. So we're now going to integrate with our mail platform. So you can integrate to any of these particular systems. We use MailChimp, and you should, if you have a system that's too complex, definitely go with something like MailChimp. It's nice and easy and simple to set up. So we just log into our MailChimp account. Do some final setups here. So don't worry about the welcome email. We'll show you in a different video, which we'll link below, on how to set up your welcome series. We want to choose the list, so I've set up a leads and customers list just to keep it simple, and I'll choose it to go into the leads. And finally, we just hit publish form. We're going to keep it on the free account and hit finish. We're not going to set up a welcome email because we're going to do that in MailChimp in a different video. So not now. And that's it. The welcome bar is now created and set up. So if we go across to the store, hit refresh on the page, we should now see the pop-up come up. There it goes. So you can see after a few seconds, this pops up at the top of the screen and stays there. So most people, if you get the irresistible offer right, will definitely want to put in their email address here. So, and once they're joined, you'll see it comes up with a thank you there. And then that will then come across into MailChimp. Alright, that's it for the demo. So go ahead and install your welcome bar now and start collecting more of your visitors' contact details.